Hey everybody, welcome to our continuing coverage for E3 2021 Day 4. We are moving on to the Future Game Show, which is starting in just a few minutes. We are hot off the PC Gaming Show, and this will be the last one today before the Day 4 recap. So yeah, not really going to talk about, we're only a minute out here, so we're not really going to talk about what we're going to see. Just sort of going to sit back and enjoy the show.
First try, every try, Ben. First try, every try.
Yep. Let me switch over this. Yeah, we're watching the Future Games.
So, Future Game Show.
Hard to know.
See Kingdom Hearts here.
Yeah, 100%. And the Final Fantasy 16 release date that we didn't get earlier, we're getting it here. Game Deal's going to come back to announce Half-Life 3 and 4. It's a lot to look forward to. It's weird because you don't know what to expect with future games. It's only been running for this is its second year now. So, are we gonna?
What are the most major things we've gotten from future games?
So I remember Ghost Runner being there last year. A bunch of weird stuff with that. They had Call of the Sea. They had that weird thing where they were showing off Geralt with like AI voice, and he's like, "Yes, I want to settle for racing," like with robot voice Geralt. It's weird, but I guess we'll see. I think it's supposed to be by Troy Baker and someone.
Laura
Yeah,
Bailey.
Troy Baker's
Laura
oh,
yeah.
both a win. Very much both a win. I do love me some Laura Bailey, and Troy Baker is Troy Baker as always.
Are you
like Troy Baker's a snack?
Rose, are you supporting in this one? I see you in the Notion. I don't know if you're putting in games or should I?
Yeah, I can support this one.
Yeah, you don't have to. I was just wondering because you were in there.
No, it's fine. I'm here.
Alright, I appreciate it. You're doing good.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about these drives and their like shipping container look.
PC Gamer, Games Radar Edge, Retro Gamer. Huh.
Come on, what you got for us, future games?
Let's go.
Hello there, and welcome to the Future Game Show, powered by WD Black. I'm Laura Bailey, but you may know me as Abby Anderson from The Last of Us Part 2 or Kate Diaz from Gears of War. Today, though, I'll be taking a break
Where's
from
Trunks
Fighting
from
the
Dragon Ball?
Apocalypse to bring you a whole host of exciting game trailers, reveals, and updates. But before we get into all that, I need to get my co-host on the line. I'm sure you're going to be familiar with this person. He's appeared in The Last of Us, Uncharted, God of War. You name it, he's probably in the credits. So without further ado, here is my good friend and continual co-star, Troy Baker.
Hello, Laura. You look amazing, as always. Yes, you may know me from a few video games. Joel Miller in The Last of Us, or good old Agent Jonesy from Fortnite. But over the next hour or so, Laura and I are going to be giving you the inside scoop of some incredibly exciting games and also showcasing developer interviews, exclusive trailers, and a whole lot more, including world premieres.
There's also a chance to win a $500
I never
card
noticed.
and a WD Black hard drive by following the link.
I could use a hard drive.
And we have a
I could really use a hard drive.
Virtual show floor.
That $500
More on that later,
gift card
but
sounds pretty good.
Let's kick things off with the first world
I know, man, that hard drive.
We're going prehistoric.
Jurassic Park?
I think so.
World premiere of the same Jurassic Park trailer.
If it is, I'll be a little bit annoyed. No?
Dino Crisis?
Turok.
I was just gonna say Turok.
Yeah.
It's been like this every freaking year where there's some like game that says prehistoric and we all say what? Turok?
Yeah. It's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen right now. This is Turok. Believe. Yeah, you gotta believe.
I don't know that any of us have a link to this giveaway.
Yeah, I certainly don't.
Instinction.
Oh no. Oh, I thought it was about to be. I saw someone climbing. I'm like, oh no.
Breath of the Wild Dinosaur Edition.
I saw someone climbing in a suit, and I'm like, oh boy, it's Death Stranding. Looks kind of janky so
Yeah,
far.
this game does not look finished. The dinosaurs are all connected by strands.
They're like, guys, the firing animation isn't polished. All that matters is the textures. Just put it out there.
Look at the walk animation on that dino. That's really freaking me out.
Sounds like me when I drink yogurt.
I wonder if you can put hats on the dinosaurs. Instinction is expected in 2022. What's next, Laura?
Next up, Grow, Song of the Evertree is a sandbox adventure about the healing power of nature. Let's throw it over to Prideful Sloth HQ to find out
Oh,
more.
Rose game maybe.
Yeah. Wholesome Direct.
G'day from
Part
Playful
2.
Sloth HQ. I'm
Look
Adam.
at that
And I'm
sloth.
Cheryl, and we're the design team.
An inner sloth, it's among us.
Grow is Prideful Sloth's
Oh,
latest
it's coming to
project that
Switch.
we're working on with
Wait.
505 Games.
Grow Song of the Evertree is a
Oh,
beautiful
we've
What
been
is that
gnomed.
game on
game
the
about
Switch?
growing new worlds, building a town, and bringing harmony back to the land.
Yonder?
Grow will be available later this year on PC, PlayStation, Xbox.
Looks like
and
yonder.
Switch.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Once
You've
upon
been
a time,
known.
I'm gonna
our
take a
land
now.
was teemed with creatures great and
I'm a
small.
gnome.
The beauty of the worlds was unrivaled. The people thrived and lived in harmony with the land around them.
Ah, yes. Minecraft Skyblock Edition.
But this harmony was not to last.
The audio mix in this trailer is weird.
Slowly, without much notice, the withering was
Like
creeping out.
I hear the music more than I hear
Yeah,
the voiceover.
way
Behold, there was little
drowning them out, yeah. Or her
Our
out.
lands were overrun, and all that was cherished disappeared before us. But all was not lost. One young, brave soul stayed behind. With support from their friends.
Oh, I've seen
and
this
with
somewhere.
boundless determination.
That weird
This
book thing was
young
giving me
soul
the eyes. I
found
didn't
a
like
way
it.
to push back the withering and bring
It
life
Takes Two all
back
over
to
again.
our
I was gonna say, was it giving you the same eyes as the?
Yeah, you know
It
what?
takes
Maybe
two.
maybe
Alright.
that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Grow, Song of the Evertree.
505.
I,
Yeah, 5/5.
That was Grow, Song of the Evertree, which is coming to PC, PlayStation,
How long is
Xbox,
this?
and Nintendo Switch.
An hour, and I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
Laura,
was gonna
that
say an
was
hour, but I
extremely
realize
cute,
I'm not
but
saying that the
have you
American way. An
considered
hour.
More
It lasts
dinosaurs.
an hour.
Hmm?
You can't just
More
hijack every
dinosaurs?
game reveal and make it about dinosaurs,
Turok.
boy.
Life finds a way.
Oh, okay,
oh
Jurassic
no.
Park.
Jurassic Park again. This is the
It just
third
cut to the
time?
middle of the trailer this time.
Yeah, it
It knows you've already seen the beginning.
it's not even the middle of the trailer; it's the end of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's just fine. Yeah, you saw it. All right.
You've
Hi,
seen.
I'm Rich Newbold, game director at Frontier Developments.
Oh,
So as you may have seen earlier
He's
at
back.
the PC Game Show, we're working on Jurassic World Evolution 2. We're really
Babylon's
excited
Fall
about
apparently
it
confirmed to
and
be a
looking
live
forward to
service game.
creating the most authentic Jurassic experience yet.
oh
We've
no.
got tons
Oh
of new
my
features across 4
lord.
different game modes, including
Trying
How
to find
could you
the,
do
the
this?
source on that. It was Strider in chat that brought that up.
After the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You're gonna
Please
be
post your
leading
source,
efforts to
Strider.
contain
Please.
and control and
I'm
conserve all
looking
those
it up.
dinosaurs now running out in the wild.
Because
You'll be working
look, I'm
alongside
already
characters
depressed
from
as
the
it
film,
is.
voiced by original talent such as Jeff Goldblum. And in the game, we have over 75
From
prehistoric
Polygon
species.
and
We've got new
IGN
dinosaurs, we have
and
returning
Video Games
community
Chronicle. I'm
favorites,
gonna look
and
at
we've added
Polygon's
flying
article.
and marine reptiles to the game. I'm really thrilled to be showing you the first
let's
look
see.
at footage from the game itself.
In a
This
brief
is
developer
from
message
our
after the
Species
E3
Field
trailer,
Guide
members of
series
Babylon's Fall
videos
development team
focusing
explained
on
the
one of
game will
many
receive
prehistoric
updates after
species
its
we have in
release
the
that
game.
include new
This is
content.
an
According to the
iconic,
game's YouTube
popular
trailer description,
dinosaur.
this
It's the
content will include
Triceratops,
game modes
but
and will
we're
be
showing
released
you
for
it in
free.
a new
Also
environment
explained the
never
game will
seen
be
before
playable in
addressing
single
body
player, but
motion.
also let's
I hope
see,
you
so-
enjoy it and are looking forward to the game releasing later this year.
Okay.
Is it a games as a service if the content is released for free?
The
I mean, yeah.
Triceratops is one of the most
Yeah, it's still a
recognizable
live
herbivores to
service
ever have
game.
existed. It is
So,
best known for
more
its trio
Monster
of
Hunter
facial
rather
horns.
than buy the battle pass?
These
Yeah.
adornments are not just for display
Yeah.
purposes.
Not rolling
The
out like
brown
microtransactions in
lines
that statement
can
sounds like,
inflict
but I
considerable
wouldn't
damage to
Yeah.
necessarily
any
expect them
dinosaur
either.
that dares to provoke
But hey, this is new footage of this game. Look at this.
Oh boy,
That
like
was-
2 seconds.
All
Yeah,
like,
but-
they're all like 5 seconds of it, but hey,
That was Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is launching in 2021 on PC, PS4, PS5,
it's
Xbox
this
One,
year.
and Xbox Series
Look,
X
guys,
and
People-
we've been
S.
going for
I just
like
want,
8
I
hours
just,
now.
want, I just want to scroll down. They're
This
still
next
spamming
section,
gex in
we're
the
bringing
chat.
joys of E3 to your home
Alright, they
with a
stopped now,
series
but I
of
swear to
demos
God, there was a few gex in there. I saw them.
That's right, today. This is the Future Game Show virtual show floor. And remember, if any of the featured games grab your interest, you can try them out now by heading to the Future Game
This is
Show
what I like to
Steam
see.
page. So let's head down to the show
Yeah.
floor where I believe
Yeah, the
Laura
gex.
is
There's
waiting.
more gex.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Future Game
Oh,
Show's
this is sick.
virtual E3 show floor. Just look at it, Troy.
I am looking at
Why
it.
isn't everyone
It is
doing this?
Incredible. They
Give me
like
demos. I
nailed
want
it.
demos.
You know, minus the queuing and the
Steam is doing it.
you know,
Steam's doing it. Yeah, fair enough.
musk that's in the air. But man, the darkness, perfection.
All right, enough reminiscing. Let's check out some games. I'd like to start by showing
Oh.
you A Tale of Paper. This is a striking platform
Yeah.
from Open House Games.
Oh,
where you
God,
transport
bad
Roomba.
yourself
Bad
around
Roomba.
in An oversized world, dodging
Like
creepy
Spider.
bellies and mischievous Roombas.
Running towards the camera
Roomba.
levels.
Another tale of paper as you shift packing boxes in the house moving sim Get Packed, fully loaded. As you can see, it's all about moving couches. On a couch with your friends in couch.
okay.
co-op.
So as
Gonna be
opposed to the
available on
one about
Xbox One,
unpacking,
PlayStation
this
4, and
is
PC,
like
and is also backwards
Oh, yeah,
compatible
moving
on
out.
yeah.
PS5 and Xbox
There actually is a
Series
few.
X.
There actually is a few of these. Yeah.
Are you done saying couches?
Yes. Hey Laura, do you want a drink?
Sure. What do you have? Wait, what's that?
Don't worry about them.
Ah, sorry.
Codes for Chernobylite.
Go.
So about that drink.
And
yeah,
Gone.
sure.
Gone.
Oh,
Somebody's
yeah.
somebody's
here's
keyboard
a,
just broke.
Genre cocktail full of co-op action RPG combat and finished
Gatewalkers?
with a survival twist. How does that sound, huh? Okay. I said.
Looks very
how's-
MOBA.
I
Boba-y.
heard what you said. Just tell me about the game.
This is Gatewalkers, which sees you and up to 3 other players banding together to tackle procedurally generated worlds full of monsters. But you also have to gather resources to fight off hunger, thirst, and the dreaded cold. Achoo! Oh, like the element cold. Got it.
Wow. Let's hope no one gets thirsty enough for another one of your jokes. Anyway, come over here and check out the many imaginative worlds of Game Deck. This is an isometric RPG that has you solving crimes across.
I did not even
multiple
attempt to get
virtual
those codes
realities,
straight out. Those
where
are
your
gone.
choices will shape the world around
Yeah.
you in and outside of the simulations.
Ooh. Speaking of detectives, check this out. Backbone is a gorgeous adventure game from Eggnut set in a dystopian Vancouver.
Oh, no.
Where you must crack cases. to clean
So
house in
so
this
Strider
corrupt
sent me that
post-noir
Polygon article
city.
as well,
Plus,
Uh huh.
and I almost feel
Like
bad
raccoons, allow me to
because
offer you more
it says
critter-based
Babylon's Fall
adventures
from
with
Platinum Games is now a live
Pecan
service. And it had the
Pines.
subtitle
Set
of
inside a
game will also
magical
come to
storybook,
PlayStation 5.
Pecan Pines sends
Not
players
gonna
to
lie,
a
the first
sleepy
time I read
mountain
that,
town where you
I
collect
freaked out because I was like,
knowledgeable
wait,
words that
what?
can completely
It says
alter
this game will also
narrative.
now
It
come
is
to
troubling,
PlayStation
but
3? What?
you know, I'm detecting a theme with the anthropomorphic animals. You know, Laura, I've always.
Yeah, they're going back over to Chernobylite.
Codes. Interesting.
Troy, focus. I've got a triple threat of fighting foxes to show you. This is
Trifox.
a charming cartoon brawler where you fight waves of enemies as one of 3 adaptable combat classes. Great, huh?
Yes, totally. But now it's time to get serious. Mankind is gone, but the beavers remain. Welcome to Timberborn.
What?
It's a unique city
Oh,
where
yeah, this is
players set out
an
to create the
otter.
ultimate beaver society.
Yeah,
This
beaver,
involves everything from constructing dams to
settlement
What?
game. Yeah, it's really cool.
I guess even buck-toothed critters need a solid work-life balance.
What?
They do. So what's next?
Devs, what?
Never fear.
Enlightened Beaver Society. What you got a problem with?
Wow.
The beaver.
What was that?
Is what I would say if I was playing our
Bidoof.
next game, which is a base-building survival game where you
Bedoofs.
hack and slash your way through hordes of alien creatures. Look at it.
Oh no. I want to hear more from the Rift Breaker.
Okay, maybe after this showcase we're meant to be hosting.
And with that, we've reached the end of our tour. But remember, you can go hands-on with all of these games right now by visiting the Future Game Show page on Steam. Now, how do we quit this? Is it no? Oh, that's update preference. I don't need to update this. Laura, can you help me out? Just suggest a little bit.
I got you.
Oh, somebody activated no clip.
Okay, we're back. Quick note, from here on in, when you see this pop up on screen during a trailer, it means you can visit the Future Game Show page on Steam
There'll
to
be
play
more.
a demo and go
Cool.
hands-on with the game immediately.
Adrian.
Great champions.
Oh,
God.
But like, listen to it though. Whenever you hear any of the characters talk, like it's so funny.
Stinging like a bee. Check out this exclusive
Do you think Troy
presentation
Baker's the
from
actual
Steel
voice
City
for Rocky?
He might be.
Looks
I
like
think
fun.
he might be.
Adrian. What?
2021. Esports Boxing Club brings you the
Oh, no, this is a
greatest
different
fight
one.
roster in video game history.
This isn't
With
Great
over
Champions at all.
200
This
fighters
is-
already signed. We've got some of the biggest and most anticipated names. From the absolute legends of the sport to the most exciting.
Oh, now we can
names
run
in boxing
simulations.
today.
Who would win? Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Or Logan Paul.
The first women's
Fuck Logan
division
Paul.
ever represented in a video game. And the hottest new talent.
So what is this?
But
I
what
better
about the
swear to
game?
God if I
Let's
see
take a
Logan
closer
Paul
look
on
at
that.
the next-gen visuals and gameplay that are set to make ESBC the greatest of all time.
You think Jack Dempsey's in it?
Definitely one for the grandkids and stuff to say. Like your old granddad was in a game and busting people up. So it's going to be quite cool.
Oh my God! Ooh, don't show the stretched out face mask,
Yeah.
please.
Love when they do that.
So the movement system in ESBC is all about fluidity, being able to create angles, recreating mannerisms from boxes. The physics system doesn't just rely on animation. This allows us to recreate.
I like how they're giving people realistic
knockdowns.
flicker jab poses.
Even when a fighter's unsteady on their feet, it's not purely animation.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that they all have their own unique
boxers, professional coaches
mannerisms.
come into the studio and
I mean,
provide
as
input
boxers do.
through motion
Yeah.
capture and actually
It's just the
recreate
amount of
game.
effort you have to go to
I-
individualize
right?
that.
Like,
Mhm.
they were like letting on that this is a huge database of different boxers. You got to do a lot of research for that.
Presentation is important to us. Just because we are an indie studio, we're still going to aim high when it comes to production values.
Man, I feel like this game's gonna be huge for its niche. Yeah, it's niche.
Early access in 2021.
Like it's gonna be like Football Manager, but for boxing.
It's gonna be wrestling manager for boxing fans.
And I was gonna say, like, Finn is
Xbox Series X,
halfway
and
into it.
Series S.
Yeah.
If it was like WWE stuff, he'd just be all
Next up,
in.
we've got a deeply
yeah.
immersive World War II shooter with over 100 players taking part in epic battles recreated using aerial photography and satellite imagery. Let's take a closer look at Hell Let Loose.
Props, you know, to the developers, but how many World War II shooters have we had in our generation?
Yeah, they should start another war so that we have more inspiration to draw from.
I'm the
Or make a
founder
fake
slash
war.
and the lead developer of Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose began as the idea of a couple of hobbyist game
When is World War
developers
III
all the way
coming
back
out, Valve?
in 2015.
When will you make
Following
World
a
War III
successful
for us?
Kickstarter, we launched into early access in the middle of 2019.
That's why we haven't had one.
Since then, we've delivered 9 enormous updates, including entire systems.
But this is the problem I had with fucking Call of Duty World War II. Like, all these World War II shooter games, they all do Normandy Beach, they all do D-Day. They don't do, like, the Eastern Theater or, like, Africa as much.
Yeah.
Like, it was a world war. It's not just Europe.
Taking over the Japanese islands.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm excited to announce that we're launching out of early access on July the 27th. With the
I forget,
introduction
but
of Soviet forces on the
Battlefield
Eastern Front,
did.
including
Battlefield had desert stuff, yeah.
Kursk and Stalingrad.
Yeah,
they definitely
Before
did.
we close out the year by bringing Hell Let Loose to
But it's
next
never the
generation
focus. It's always like an additional thing.
Hell Let Loose has
Yeah.
It's like a
grown
side
due to
thing,
the
yeah.
vibrant community that surrounds it. From our earliest Kickstarter backers to our newest recruits.
Or like, what about a World War
We're
II
excited to
espionage
introduce
game?
you
Does
to this
one of those exist?
ever-evolving and
Other than the
expanding World War
Saboteur?
II experience. We hope you
Play as
enjoyed
a
this
homing
first
pigeon.
look
Let's
at
go.
Yeah, homing pigeon.
Was that man rendered by the PS5 though?
Yeah.
you know, it'd be really interesting if they had a code breaking game.
Oh yeah, like Enigma. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fun.
That guy's story is tragic.
Yeah, they fucked him hard.
Yeah.
And now he's on our currency, but like that's it, dude.
And Benedict Cumberbatch did an
Hell Let Loose is
amazing
launching
job of
on
playing
Steam
him.
on
Still need to
July
watch the movie.
27th and coming to Xbox Series X and
It's
S
good.
and PlayStation 5 in 2021.
So, Laura, have you ever wanted to play XCOM, but in real time, with up to 7 of your friends?
Of course.
No.
No, I've
Yeah,
not
that's
wanted
what
that.
I thought. Then you
No.
should keep your eye on this next game.
I don't have 7 friends to speak
So
of.
many,
Hello, my name is.
and on top of that, so many
CEO
people going to be
Fulfils.
just screaming their
Game
heads off at
studio
each other.
based
You're
in
talking
Boston.
group strategy.
Yeah.
For the past 3 years, we have been working on Red Sauce's new game.
Is it against each other or with each other?
It's
If
gotta
it's
be
against
with.
each other, no. If it's with, no. I hate myself. I don't need to hate my friends.
When the game launches on Steam, and have fun blasting some mutants.
You are the Executor, a high-class commanding officer with advanced cybernetic capabilities. You were awakened to lead a secret
Built
task
like a
force
brick
that will
shithouse,
counter the
apparently.
threat of Stroll mutants and liberate Mars.
Like, look how square he is. Rectangles.
Wide pudding.
Kylo Ren. More!
Welcome back, Executor. The Stroll infestation has now infected all
That
colonies
is
on
that
Mars.
is like our favorite meme to come out of Star Wars, Finn.
Yeah, the kind of more. More.
Have you seen the one of the monkey?
No.
There's one of a monkey like swinging around on a branch, and it's just like going full circle. And it's just more, and it starts going faster. More, and it keeps going faster. Oh,
This
it's
doesn't look
great.
XCOM-y. This looks more like twin stick shooter race.
Yeah, they said real time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like. Oh no. I think I just saw the meme to beat all of the memes for Stranger of Paradise.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Aw. Please don't.
I put it in
Aw.
chit chat here.
Purge Earth of a Mutant Invasion in Red Solstice 2's Survivors, which is coming to Steam on June 17th.
Oh
Our next game is about delivering mail in a sleepy American lakeside town. Let's join
Hey,
I really want to play this
a
game
walking
already.
simulator.
No, it's a driving simulator actually. So we've seen this before. It's like,
I still want to know what happens when you find the dog.
yeah,
Hi.
they're really
I'm
saving
Dylan
that
from
that
Games,
mission.
And it's great to be here at the Future Game Show. We're currently getting very close to finishing Lake, a game that's set in the 80s. You play as Meredith Weiss, who takes a break from her life in the big city to deliver mail in her hometown. It's a job you can do at your own leisure.
As long
and
as
you
she
will get
doesn't
to
live
know
in
the
Florida.
people in Providence Oaks along the way. Today, we're
Does this look
excited
like
to
Florida?
share
I
an
don't think it
example
does.
of an activity after your
No.
workday is done.
They have to.
Movie night.
They have to
Anything
address
from
the
video
question.
store.
Can you go
This
postal?
is fun. It's been ages since I've been to the movies.
Well, they call it the movies,
Yeah.
plural. But of course, we can only
Those
see one
devs
at a
live
time.
here.
So, which one will it be?
Uh,
My pick? Let's see.
These facial animations.
Big Trouble in Little China, Blue Velvet, or The Great Mouse Detective.
Are their lips even
Wait,
moving?
what? I was gonna say, which ones?
Yeah, all of them.
The Great Mouse Detective.
The one.
Wouldn't have picked you for a Disney fan. Oh well, let's get in touch with our inner child.
We won't spoil more.
Wait,
but we
can they
also
legally
can't say
mention
what
Disney?
Meredith will do
That's a
after
good. That's a
spending 2
good
weeks
point.
in Providence Oaks.
Can they
Because it's
legally
all up to
mention
you.
Great Mouse
Lake is
Detective
coming
without
first to
mentioning the
Xbox and
spliced?
PC this September 1st. Thanks.
Oh
for
wait, that was a
watching,
different game.
And enjoy
That's
the rest of the show.
Are we legally allowed to mention Great Mouse Detective? Are we gonna be sued? Is this the end for Playhouse?
I don't
September
know.
1st. That's.
Mouse is always
We're
listening.
excited to
See,
announce
what
that Lake
what you
is
don't
coming
know
to
is
Steam,
that
Epic
if you
Game
mention
Store,
something
and
that's in
Xbox
the vault,
Series
your
X and
punishment is
S
to
on
just get put
September
in the
1st.
vault.
Yeah,
Now, what
that would be
makes
an
Souls
okay
be without a new
decision.
Souls-like?
Getting put in the vault
Our
with
next
them.
game is a pixelated take on the genre,
Cells?
following a protagonist with a giant obsidian
No.
sword.
Berserk?
I mean, that looked like the Dead Cells character to some extent, right?
Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah.
going for.
And from that dust,
Picking up what you're laying down.
the moon was born. Eons of idleness.
The moon's haunted.
Before suddenly,
That
Ritual
wizard.
of the moon.
That wizard came from the moon.
celestial chunks
Oh no.
Oh no,
cascaded from
Moon's
the
dead.
Piccolo.
From one
Oh.
prodigious shard spawned humanity. And from
Oh
another,
no.
I
Oh
can't.
no,
Zombies.
oh no, this is just Evangelion.
I don't even know. I don't even know if John's around, but I can't believe that an astronaut hasn't died yet, but the moon's been blown up 3 times.
Exils spread greed and distrust
Freaking
among his
travesty on
kinsmen, compelling these calamitous beings to conquer man.
Oh no, it's the
Centuries of
Wiccans.
servitude passed, until finally, aided by a veiled ally, humanity revolted.
A veiled ally.
The Great Crusade overthrew the old gods, imprisoning them within the sacred walls of the Citadel. At the
Oh boy, you get to go
expense
kill
of
old
untold
gods.
lives. A peace was wrought, but it was not meant to last, for the miscreant Exil returned from his concealment, conducting atrocious experiments upon his caged
no.
kindred. A darkness permeated the lands.
Show some gameplay,
Rivers
please.
Stagnated, crops failed, and the world of man began to fade. The great moon, witnessing all, wept a final.
How is the Great Moon witnessing shit? Oh, never mind. It's piecing itself back together.
And thus, a glimmer of hope remains.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
Eldest Souls.
Oh yeah, this one.
Thank
Customize your
God.
combat style in Boss Rush Ancient
Been-
Gods
been
when
waiting for more
Elder Souls
information,
drops
John?
on the PC and
Yes.
all current console formats, July 29th,
I'm
2021.
sitting here thinking
And now
they
July
destroyed the
21st.
look
moon.
at the next game from the folks behind War Thunder.
I
Here's
played
Tom
that
we have
from
a-
last year
Darkflow
on the
Software to
Steam
guide
demo
you
thing that
through
we did.
Enlisted.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did we have a release date for that at all?
No.
No,
not
that was the
before,
first
no.
time we got a
So
release
cool.
date.
Yeah,
So cool. They said July 29th, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of games coming in
That's not
July.
too bad. It's
Yeah.
Christmas in July.
This here's the next game by the War Thunder people. I know War Thunder was huge. I remember
Yeah.
that was the only game I played on my PS4 for a long time because it was the only one available. It was that and Resogun. And Blacklight Retribution.
With some unique
Oh,
gameplay
God.
perks.
Yeah.
One of Enlisted's most unique features
Enlisted.
is the
Yeah.
squads mode, where you head into battle with a squad
Is
of
this another
alien
World
soldiers
War
under
II
your
game or is this
control.
World War One?
You can instruct them on how to
I think it's
react to
one.
enemies, and most importantly, you can switch between any of them seamlessly.
Technology-wise.
Oh shit, that's
Your
that's
enemies
kind of
like
cool.
respawn when your entire squad is wiped out.
That mechanic, you're
This way,
you're going in with
always
like a
kept
basically a
right in the
party
middle
of you and a bunch of NPCs and
Although,
you can switch
if you
between
prefer
them.
a more traditional shooter experience,
Like I want
we
the
have
sniper right
fleshed
now,
out
or I
Solid
want
Mode
the
2, where you will
artillery
only
guy
focus
or
against
whatever.
other
That's cool.
players. At its core,
Okay, yeah,
Enlisted
this
form
looks
a
like
golden
World War
middle
One.
ground between the more
Yeah.
hardcore and arcade-style shooters currently available. Time to kill is kept short. A bolt-action rifle to the chest will down a soldier in a single shot, with submachine
Ooh.
guns and pistols taking only a few hits. Vehicles as well can of course be devastating, but have
People
their
are gonna hate this
limitations.
game.
Aircraft
Yeah.
restricted to the cockpit view.
Why?
and crew
Why am I
inside
dead
tanks
by
will
one
only
hit?
use viewports to spot
It's
targets,
kind of
so
realistic.
you'll need to keep your wits
Yeah,
about
like,
you to
why
really
did
get the
someone
most out of
shooting me
these
in the
missions.
heart kill me?
Progression in Enlisted is spread over various campaigns. Currently, you can fight in Moscow, Normandy, and Berlin, with Tunisia and many.
Have you
more
ever
coming
heard of a
soon.
sucking
Each
chest
campaign
wound?
features new weapons and equipment. Firearms can be improved to increase
One of
their
the reasons I always
and
like
soldiers can be
Battlefield, and
leveled
I
up
like playing
to grant them
Battlefield on
specialized
hardcore
perks.
because it's
Different
like if I
classes of
shoot someone
soldiers
with a
are able
sniper
to equip
rifle,
different
they are
gear, with
dead.
specialist classes such as engineers able to build structures anywhere on the map, including fobs, sandbags and barbed wire defenses, and even anti-tank cannons and AA guns.
Oh,
Enlisted
oh
aims to
yeah.
keep historical accuracy in the forefront.
That's
of
going to be
development.
like Strider's favorite
Firearms,
thing because it
locations,
means
and
someone
uniforms
can't sit
are
in a
all true
tank
to
all day.
history. No neon pink Sten guns and mohawks. here.
Anything to get
Each
someone out
army
of a
will be
tank.
decked out
That's
with
his
the equipment
whole
they actually
life in
used
first-person
during their
shooters like
respective
these.
conflicts. Because of the squads feature, you'll never be short on
Oh
targets.
boy, do I
Switch
ever hear
reflexes and fast reactions will of course have their place in Enlisted, but even if you haven't had the time to fine-tune your skills, you'll easily be able to come away with a kill count
Man,
in the double
yeah.
digits.
Like,
AI, however,
this
are
game
very
is,
attentive and
if
react
this
to
game
sound,
kicks off,
and not to be
Uh-huh.
underestimated.
it's really going to put into
But that's all
perspective for
we've got
people
time for.
just how
Make
easy
sure
it was
give
to
it a try
mow
yourself
down
by
whole
heading over to
groups
enlisted.net/join.
in a war.
Enlisted is cross-platform.
Open
and
beta,
available
the
now
open
on
beta
PC,
test. Huh.
PS5, and Xbox
Play for free
Series
on
X and S,
enlisted.net.
and currently
I'm
in
going
open
to
beta.
give that a
New
peek real
content
quick.
is added regularly, and no progress will be wiped upon the full release. Once you've
No
signed up,
progress will be
keep
wiped.
your progress.
Yeah, very
for a
nice.
free
Okay.
bonus on us. I've been Tom.
Oh,
and
I
hope
thought
to
it
see
was
you all
like a
on
coming up
Battlefield. Cheers.
beta. No, it's just
Yeah, it's right
like
now.
going.
Yeah, it's going.
That was Enlisted, which is
Okay,
available
cool.
now on PC, PS5, and Xbox
Neat.
I might
Series
give that a
X
shot.
and S.
Next up,
Seems
we've
like it
got
wouldn't
a
be too
full-time
system
stunt
intensive
shooter
either.
with
Yeah, that
fully
squads
destructible
feature sounds really good.
environments. Oh, and the protagonist only has one arm. Let's check out Severed Steel.
Hey, this is the game that we were like, this is
Oh yeah,
basically
yeah.
super hot.
Yeah, you've got like upside down shooting. It's wild.
I feel like John Wick.
Hey, there's a demo out for this.
Can we play this music?
Yeah, this is fine. Right? It's classical.
Turns out it's a modern orchestra composition.
It's the Danish orchestra out to get us.
The Danish orchestra. We'll get you, sons of bitches.
You forget, and if it's an orchestral composition that's been invented since copyright was invented, you can't use it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like that is essentially what copyright law is. Like,
No,
if it
yeah,
was
like-
existed after copyright law was invented, then
Yeah.
it's copyright.
When are we all gonna wake up and realize that copyright's stupid and we should get rid of it?
Oh, when
Severed
money
Steel
does
is coming
exist
soon
anymore.
on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
You get 5
Hey,
years.
Notepads
You get
at the
5
ready,
years of
because for
copyright,
this
and then
next
it's free for
section,
everyone.
we're going
That's
to
what
race
I'd go
through
for.
8 exciting upcoming games that deserve your full attention.
Oh.
Here's
that-
our
Oh, is it gonna
feature hits
show?
montage
Is
for
it gonna show Wizard with a gun?
No, I was thinking of another one there that looks like something I recognize.
Oh, bear. What? Aquaman.
Nice legacy. Whoa.
What?
It's pretty fun looking. This is the one yeah, Gestalt. Yeah, that's one I recognize from the art.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, that game
Oh my
looks fucking
God.
tight. Autumn 2021, PC and Switch.
Kung Fu Janitor.
Oh yeah, I remember this one as well. This is another indie showcase.
Fried Chicken Incorporated?
Yeah,
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Ranch Simulator? Oh no.
Somebody's into it.
There's always someone into it.
Yeehaw.
There he is.
This one's called Shim.
You're a little frog. Or whatever, I guess.
Silk.
Yeah, we saw this one
The
earlier.
Aquaman game. Dome King Cabbage. Oh, Dome King Cabbage is going to be very absurdist humor. I feel it.
Calling it.
Okay, I might regret asking this, but you want to help me with this next one, Omachow?
Okay. Did you know that Sega
Oh.
recently announced Sonic Colors Ultimate?
Hey!
That's an
Hey.
exclusive
They were right. Whoever was doing that YouTube search, they were right.
I hope Sonic does okay without me.
Fucking Oma-chan.
Did not regret it.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Golden, senior producer at Sega of America. I'm excited to share with you.
Just give me Sonic Mania 2. Like, I know this is a whole different thing.
Sonic Colors Ultimate. Please enjoy.
No, is Sonic music copyrighted?
No. And if it is, I don't care. We're playing it in spite.
This is like consistently here. This is one of the best 3D Sonic games out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was Sonic Generations, Sonic Mania, which was not 3D, but still. Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors are usually the best Sonic, traditional 3D Sonic games. You know, despite how wonky they were, Adventures 1 and 2 were great.
Oh yeah, but when people look at them objectively, they fall apart.
Oh god, they're horrible if you look at them objectively. But they were so great.
Nostalgia's one hell of a drug.
Fuck you.
They're just showing extended gameplay. Look at this. I mean, it's a game that's already out. Why am I even impressed by that?
Yeah. This game's been out for like
10
years.
like.
Laser! Oh god, at least it's not the...
I love the E-rank music. That's so good.
Oh god, it would be hilarious.
Get ready for Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is racing onto PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and
What?
PC on September 7th. Moving.
Rose, are you
swiftly on,
okay?
We've got a new
Rose
management
notes,
game from
like she took
Chucklefish,
notes
where
for
you play
Sonic
as a
Colors
powerful
Ultimate.
artificial
It says,
intelligence
why are you
in
playing as
control
Sonic,
of a
but
space
Tails is
station.
in the top left-hand corner?
Do you want to roll the trailer, Troy?
Well, and I didn't notice that. I did notice that there were like potentially some animation issues at the end screen. I wasn't sure.
Still in development. It's still fixing some issues.
10 years old and still in development.
Oh, Chucklefish.
Oh, hey. Oh, this is the one they've been working on, I think.
Speaking of FTL.
Yeah. Big time. Oh, it seems like more involved, more like Stardew, or running around talking to your shipmates, crewmates.
I still haven't beaten FTL.
It's cozy. It's a cozy bedroom. No, neither have I. It's hard. It's a hard-ass game.
Do you really beat FTL, or does FTL beat you?
Yeah, the second. The latter.
I'm trying to remember what the name of this game is.
There you go, Starmancer.
Ah, Starmancer.
Early access
Oh, it's
August
go.
5th.
I mean, I'm glad games are starting to, you know, be put into early access to get more player feedback, but
August 5th, 2021,
lots of games don't really need it.
to wishlist on Steam now.
Laura, you know, ever since that lake trailer, I've been thinking, have you ever wondered about the
Octodad.
postal service? Like, that there's just so much mail, you know?
See, but what if they decided to make Octo Chad? But this is Kiwi, I'm pretty sure.
You're saying you
Yeah.
don't know about Jeff and Deborah.
Who are what are you talking
Oh yeah,
about?
they're talking about
Yeah.
Jeff and
I'm just
Deborah,
gonna
yeah.
press this button again and hope it explains everything.
Octo Chad.
Oh, it will. Trust me.
Kiwi is a
Octo
game
Chad,
about
do you
two
even
Kiwi
lift?
birds who work at the post office. Their names are Jeff and Deborah. I'm Joel, I'm one of the developers on Kiwi, and I'm going to show you how a Kiwi level changes over the course of the game. So in this room, you're transcribing urgent messages and assembling them ransom note style by stamping them onto
my
the
God.
page with your butts. You'll come back to this room every so often throughout the game, but there will always be a new
Give us $5 million and we'll return your child. No, Kiwi.
Kiwi, please.
Jeff,
You
Deborah.
can't hold the president ransom.
You were just wholesome about a minute ago.
Scrambler to get the pieces you need. Jeff and Deborah are going to have to deal with all kinds of hazardous work conditions. They got sandstorms during the summer, mayfly swarms. These guys have no respect for personal property. Paranormal Activity, this is genuine footage of an actual haunting. In winter, the post office gets hit with a huge blizzard, and now this level becomes about sharing the warmth of a single tiny lantern to break through blocks of ice and keep each other from becoming kiwi-sickles.
Oh my
Our little
lord.
heroes are going to face new challenges
God, this is
every
definitely
level and in
overcooked.
every room of the post office, whether they're typing
This is gonna be
telegrams,
one hell of a
or
game,
packaging
man.
shipping crates, or helping an octopus sort the mail.
I'm not playing this with anyone. I'm not playing it at all because I'm just gonna yell at someone.
Also, you can dress up your kiwis, so don't say we never did nothing for you.
Oh, they
We're
have
releasing
costumes.
Kiwi on August 31st for PC and
Hey.
all major
It's not
consoles.
playing it, though.
We hope to see you at the post office. Thanks for watching.
Was that the first time we saw a release date for
All
that?
right, you got
Don't
it,
know.
Troy. I'm a
Mhm.
believer. Co-op Postal Puzzler Kiwi is coming to PC
hungry.
and all current console platforms on August 31st, 2021.
See? Told you. Next up, we've got a roguelike with an attitude. A game show shooter where you earn likes for dunking on competitors and causing a little wanton destruction. Will the circle be
Oh,
unbroken? Get it? Find out in this world premiere.
I'm getting very cyanide and happiness feelings from this.
I'm getting
Hear that?
likes for killing.
Or like ASDF movie.
Wasn't there a movie like this?
I think so.
Oh my god. This trailer's too fast for my 1 AM brain.
Like, I got amoeba brain right now. Right? It's great.
I'm just reminded of extremely fast Gungeon.
Is this gonna be copyrighted?
I don't know. What do you want from me? I've never heard of it.
Crush 40?
It feels like a original song.
Yeah, that's
So I would
nice.
imagine it's a demo.
That was Death Run TV. And you can play the pilot right now by heading down to the Future Game Show page on Steam.
Okay, hazmat suits at the ready. Because this next game tasks players with building a team of stalkers to survive a 3D scanned recreation of the Chernobyl exclusion zone.
Another
Here's more on what to
Chernobyl game?
expect in Chernobylite.
It's
Okay, it's just
Chernobyl.
Chernobylite again.
Że to, co designerzy
Oh.
sobie wymyślają, to jest pisanie listu miłosnego. Każdy kiedyś był zakochany.
About to say,
pisał list
another
miłosny,
fucking
wydawało mu się,
Chernobyl
że jest takie
game.
piękne, wspaniałe, a potem
Yeah, that's the problem with PC Gaming Show and
Jezus
Future Game Show and
Maria,
all
co ja
these.
tu tam
You get a lot of overlap.
Zaczynaliśmy właściwie
I don't
od
mind
gry,
overlap.
gdzie skupialiśmy się na
They get the sloppy
przerywaniu, na
seconds.
manewrowaniu swoim czasem i towarzyszami. To wszystko
Not even
wracało.
They are-
sloppy seconds at this
You
point.
gotta hand it to them. They are providing like 5 different trailers for 5 different shows.
Dlatego dodawaliśmy
Oh,
coraz
yeah.
więcej elementów, które angażowały gracza, które były dla niego ciekawe.
Takes a lot of work from
Był to
the
taki
dev
mały
team and
kat, który
marketing
gracz
team.
sobie mógł modyfikować,
Mhm.
ale był całkowicie opcjonalny. Z biegiem gry on stawał się coraz bardziej sensem gry, coraz bardziej
Unlike
dostępny.
Jurassic World
Dodawaliśmy
Evolution.
wieczór naszym towarzyszom
Where you just
Jeff.
cut to the end of the trailer.
Jeff Goldblum, you give us nothing.
możliwości, coraz więcej broni. Absolutnie normalnym
Oh,
jest
the idea that
zaczyna
anyone would
zupełnie
expect
innym
anything from
niż
Jeff
doszło.
Goldblum, though, to me is hilarious.
He's a man who likes to be called daddy by his fans.
Fight to survive when Chernobylite comes to PC on July 28th, as
He's
well
a
as
character.
Xbox and PlayStation in the summer.
We'll say that.
If you were lucky enough to catch one of the
Now, is he a
early access
character in a
codes during the
Seinfeld
virtual show
character
floor,
or like
you can play
a
Chernobylite
maniacal
right now. But if
evil
you missed them,
character?
we've also got more codes to
Maybe
give
an
away
Always
on
Sunny character.
GamesRadar.com.
Next up, here are our friends at Team
That's like
17 to show us
mustache
what they
twirling
cook up
villain
for their
levels.
upcoming PC and console games. Let's take a look.
Product not yet rated.
Team 17.
Oh yeah, get that bubble pop chip tune going.
I don't think that Worms game hit, so.
I don't
Yeah.
think this will be E-rated.
It's rate RP to E.
I know
Yeah.
that, but like, I feel like that tells me almost you're gonna just show games that could go up to an E rating.
Yeah.
Very Celeste vibes.
Yeah.
Super Meat Boy and Celeste. My Time in Porsche levels of weirdness here.
Animal Crossing. That's literally just Animal Crossing. Except it has 45-degree angles.
Rose, you get more angles for your house.
I got a thumbs up.
Honey, I joined
Honey,
a cult.
I joined a cult.
Oh, this looks very Prison Architect, except it's a cult. That's very funny.
Okay, you know why that's really funny to me though?
Go ahead.
I like literally in the past like couple months just watched Golden Time for the first time.
Oh yeah, I know you don't. King of Seas, I tried the demo for. I think it's fun, but they need a little more.
Well, the issue is now they gotta compete with Jack Sparrow and Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves.
Yeah, this is a
I was
whole.
about to say.
This is a different thing though. This is like.
Oh yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just like throwing a pirate game out now. It's just
Oh
unfortunate.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Great. Something.
Or is it
Something. Looks like a G.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I like this.
I'm getting Adventure Time vibes.
Hollow Knight vibes for me on that.
Sheltered. What's with the vomit? Why are a lot of trailers having the vomit?
Somebody took too much of a dip in the Epicac.
Stay tuned. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, the Overcooked team.
Save the date for the birthday party. Okay.
All you can eat free update.
Oh.
What? Oh no.
Oh, it's actually
no.
a birthday party
can't-
for it.
We can't. It has
Shut
happy,
up.
Has Happy Birthday come out of the copyright?
Be sure to wishlist any games that sparked your interest on our Steam page. It really does help the developer out. Or you can also head
Didn't
over
someone
to
copyright Happy
gamesdom.com
Birthday?
for more info.
That sounds
This
like
next
a
game
dumb
has an
fact that I've
engrossing
read on
art
Twitter.
style, reminiscent of everything from Wes Anderson
Hey, it's
movies
Harold
to Wallace
Halibut.
and Gromit.
I was talking
Let's
about this
throw
game
it
yesterday.
over to the Slow Bros to talk you through some exclusive
You guys will see what I'm
games
talking
from
about though.
stop
I was
motion animated
looking at the
content.
other
Harold
stop motion
Halibut.
game that's being made, Vocabulantis, and it's way more like facial animation and looks a bit more like true claymation. This one's very clearly 3D model stuff, very rigid in its facial animations. But ultimately, I think it looks cool.
Since your home, an Ark-like spaceship fled an Earth on the verge of Cold War to find a habitable planet on which to preserve the human race. You are Harold, a young lab assistant to the ship's lead scientist, Jean Marot. While most of the other inhabitants have reconciled themselves to a life lived
Gromit,
aboard
where's
such
the
a ship,
cheese?
Gromit.
Marot still works tirelessly to find a way to
We
leave
got
the
to get
planet
the Windley
and find a
Day.
new life
It's
thrive.
E3 Gromit.
Of course, we don't want to spoil too much of the story, so let's dive into some gameplay details. You were able to explore a huge part of the spaceship right from the
Shadow
beginning of the
drops
game.
Gromit.
I can't imagine how much Finn would lose his shit
While
if
the
there was just like a
professor will
surprise
always
drop
have
of a
tasks
Wallace and
waiting for
Gromit
you.
game.
There's those Telltale ones, and like Telltale released like a remastered collection just on a random Wednesday.
But to create a
But yeah,
variety of
there's a lot of there's a few Telltale Wallace and Gromit games out there that I haven't played yet, but I own.
but also help you get to know more
Okay.
about
Playhouse viewing of Wallace and Gromit.
It's
versus the
not good
Werewolf.
animation, by the way. It's worse than this.
playful interactions like repairing a broken 3D printer. Your PDA is always available to you for an overview of current tasks as
I
well
mean,
as messages from other characters.
Finn, have you seen Super Hide Lied? I think is what it's called.
No.
As well as a few more
Oh no! Don't show him Super Highlight.
You might be wondering how we achieved the stop motion like look of the game. We are in fact building every single thing you see in the game in the real world.
Or no, that's
See
not
bullets
it.
and puppets,
What is
and then
the?
3D scan everything. We're
No,
then
it's
able
not
to
Super
use
Hide
motion
Lied.
capturing
What is
to
it?
create lifelike animations for a huge cast of characters.
Virtual
The
Hide
game
Lied
begins
was
with Harold's
one of the
mundane
really
day-to-day,
bad ones, but
mysterious
no, that wasn't
events
3D
and a
model.
fateful encounter will soon
All
what
of the
is it?
Hide
a
Light
new
games are
world
bad.
that nobody could have guessed existed, and one that may hold the key to Moreau's relaunch plans. We're really excited to find out how you like being immersed in this unique world and the feeling of
See,
puppeteering
I like
art.
what they said,
There's
that
still quite a bit of
like
work to do
every
with
set
Gateway.
is actually
All we can say
built.
right now is that
Yeah, that's
Playhouse
really
and
cool
then
bit.
scanned in.
on
Mhm.
PC,
And
PlayStation,
I'm just
Xbox.
brought back to
Our wishlist
Fantation, who
today on Steam.
did it as well.
Exactly,
Thanks for
yeah.
watching,
Like-
and enjoy the rest of the
Like
show.
every environment is just a big diorama
Harold
that they
Halibut is coming
scanned in
soon-ish
meticulously.
to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Yeah, you couldn't recreate
Okay,
that
yes, there have been a few
in
gloomy games so
like
far,
a
so
3D modeling engine.
we
You
came up
have
with
to
a
do it
wholesome
this way,
teaser.
and
I'm told that the developers
just
came up
add
with something
something
so
to it, you know?
sweet and so positive that they just had
What
to
is
call
this
it
creepy thing?
Happy Game. Seriously, if what I'm reading is correct, this one is gonna melt your hearts.
It doesn't look like it's gonna melt my heart at all. This looks creepy.
Oh yeah, I have seen this. Yeah, it's very creepy.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah, I hate as well how everything's like almost the opposite of fisheye lens.
Oh, I hate how the music's distorting.
Yeah, it feels like salad fingers.
Uh-huh.
I distinctly remember this one. The amount of people said, "Oh my god, it's like Franbo."
Oh, this is totally a Flask game, though.
I was just about to say it.
Play the demo though.
This is totally a Flask game.
I don't mind a good bit of existential horror.
I mean, everyone likes it at some point. It just depends on how much do you like
Hey,
it.
Laura, hope you're still there. Tell me you just watched the same trailer that I did.
Troy, yeah, that was something. What I want to know is who the hell is writing this script?
Yeah, I don't know, but they're telling me that Happy Game is coming to PC and Nintendo Switch in 2021. Oh, and demo is available now if you want to have a cheerful jaunt into
yourself
a
in it.
land of wonder. Good luck with that.
Our next game is a gorgeous hand-drawn puzzle platformer
Hey,
following a young mechanic
seen this one
in a
before as well.
growing world. Pay attention at the end of this trailer for some exciting information about the Minute of Islands release date.
Minute of Violence, yeah, that's what it is.
Four brothers,
Ow.
bound by eternal purpose. They all broke at the same time. And a girl named Moo. She knows what must be done. When the blight first came, people began to panic. And now, the spores are taking hold of whatever remains. Moo's family is still here, however. She has been tasked to protect them. After all, she is the bearer of the Omniswitch.
The Omnitrix?
It's Ben 10.
Ben 10! We gotta admit that when indie games put their best foot forward, it is
Minute of
oftentimes a... God, I'm so tired I can barely think.
That's the same.
Yes, we
It's-
are excited to announce that Minute of Islands is out now for PC,
Hey!
Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
Shadow drop.
And will be arriving on Xbox
Nice.
later this week.
Next up, we've got an update from the folks at Techland, who are fine-tuning the zombie parkour of Dying Light 2. Let's throw it over to the developers
What?
who are here to answer some of your questions about
Dying
the
Light.
game.
Didn't we just have this last segment?
A PC gaming show, we had it, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about the video we just saw in the PC gaming show?
The video presented in the PC gaming show brings you closer
Okay.
to
Yeah,
Aiden
this is a
Scott,
different thing.
what he's
They know
thinking,
you're
Yeah.
watching
what
both.
motivates him, how he ends up in the city, and of course, what happened in DL franchise between both games. This is a bunch of important information about DL2's story.
Okay, so we know more about the main storylines from the mentioned video. How does the game look outside the core campaign?
Side quests are an important part of world building in Dying Light 2. Through these quests, you can decide how the city will look like, thanks to the city alignment system, or bring new opportunities for the citizens. A great example is an opera singer that Timon mentioned in developers AMA. Some citizens will support your decisions, some of them will not. But it's up to you to decide how the city should look like. We have a lot of game activities prepared for our players, but at this stage we want it to be a surprise for you.
How seamless is the co-op experience? Would you say that the best way to experience Dying Light 2 is with a friend?
It could be. What is cool about the co-op is that it gives you an opportunity to see how the world changes when your friends make different decisions than you. In co-op you can walk in their shoes to experience all those differences. But really there is no just one way to play Dying Light 2. It's up to you guys.
How are you improving the story for Dying Light 2?
I know we all have great fun killing infected, but we also want to give you a deep, thought-provoking experience that will let you be immersed in the DL2 world for long hours. On top of that, thanks to the choices and consequences mechanics, the story will be shaped differently depending on the way you play.
You've promised a great open world that feels alive. How is it going?
Yeah, well, as you can imagine, Dying Light 2 is full of infecteds, but is also full of humans, with their everyday life activities and purposes. We are building Dying Light 2 around a simple rule: grounds is death and rooftops alive. What is cool is that NPCs act differently on each of those levels. Also, their behavior depends on choices you make and the way you play.
Oh. Well,
We already knew that.
Yeah, we already
They tricked you. They got you.
Bamboozled again.
Oh.
Oh my.
They just know that everyone's coming out at this point at like the end of E3, and they're just like, oh wait, a release date for something.
Yeah.
5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on December 7th.
Revealed during the Nintendo Indie World Showcase earlier this year, this next game is a skateboarding action platformer. Here's Simon Bennett from Roll7 to give you an exclusive look at Ollie Ollie World.
I think this is just like one of those games you put like either its soundtrack on complete blast and just go through, relaxingly, or you put your own like lo-fi on and do it.
For sure, yeah. I'd always be the second one.
Right now, we're working on Ollie Ollie World. It's our stunning action platformer. You're gonna meet quirky characters on a magical road trip through Radlandia, and of course, at a ton of
Radlandia.
Yeah, that's where Riders Republic is set, I'm pretty sure.
As a studio, we've spent over a decade on flow state games. They transport you into a state of
Flow state games, that's what I like to hear.
It's something that we very much continue to build on with
Have you ever like actually felt like you've hit a flow state in a game?
Oh yeah, all the time with Terrors.
That's me with like action combat games.
You're probably pretty aware that you're going to slam a bunch before you succeed. So for players who want it, that
Takes so many
challenge is
fails to
very
actually
much
hit it though.
New players will be happy to hear that the game will welcome you with open arms and ensure that we can get you up and riding in no time. Ultimately, we've managed to make failure part of the fun. Yeah, you're going to get knocked down, but when you finally nail that line, it tastes just that
Right,
much.
y'all better get ready for this one more thing. Here comes Gex.
There's just so much more flow to the game. We've
No.
added grabs, wall
It's gonna
rides,
be,
firecrackers, split routes, right to left skating,
Shit.
and a host of
Yeah?
insane tricks to
My
keep
brain.
your fingers busy. There's a range of visually and mechanically
I need to
stunning
install
areas
extra
to explore,
RAM.
Yeah.
packed to the brim with a fantastical cast of quirky characters, beautiful landscapes, cities, and of course, walking trees.
Nah, guys, we haven't seen Minecraft here this year yet.
We have not seen Minecraft. I call that a W.
This winter. Make sure you wish
But the bees update. The bees.
I'm trying to
That was
think,
Ollie Ollie World, which
not
is coming to
100%
PC
sure.
and all current
But we
console
haven't seen
platforms
Fortnite
this
either,
winter.
right?
No.
Next
Thank
up, we've got a
God.
new game from
Because they just dropped their
Playhouse.News,
season before E3 happened.
creators of PSVR's The Lost Bear. This animated story trailer will introduce you to the world of Tales of Iron. And something tells me you might be familiar with the narrator.
Something tells me that their targeted age group is
rats have fought
not old
tirelessly
enough to even know what
to
E3 is
repel
yet.
incessant frog invasions. Peace was only ever short-lived. Until finally, a young monarch rose to power.
This is a Shane game because you play as a rat.
The first of his name.
Yeah, our friend Shane loves playing as rats in games.
Repelling Greenwort and his kind back to the putrid swamps
Man,
from whence they
was
came.
anything ever done with the series Redwall?
Crops
Like
prospered,
movies or games or
families
anything?
flourished, and the
Redwall?
magnificent Crimson Keep climbed ever higher toward the sky.
It was like I read at least the first book I read when I was a kid. It was like a series about like a medieval society of like mice or whatever.
His people grew anxious.
Watership Down?
Some claiming to
Oh wait,
it's
that's
just
Rabbit.
called Redwall.
odor in the air.
They're definitely going for Witcher vibes with this voiceover.
The Ratcher.
Ferocious vengeance, amassing an army of unfathomable scale. He burned everything in his path.
In fact,
towards the
it might actually be Geralt. I don't know.
to gaze down upon his withered claws, barely
No, it's
able to hold
Freebaker.
the crown. He had little hope wielding a sword. So it was decided the crown should pass to Whiskers New.
Oh, Netflix is making a Redwall movie this year.
For the kingdom
Huh.
needs a hero. And so, your tale begins.
Yeah, a new animated movie and TV franchise. 22-book children's series published from 86
anyway, in Tales
to
of Iron,
2011.
which is coming to PC and
Jesus.
all current console platforms.
But yeah, that
Our
game
next
super
segment is
like
from
just
Polish
gave me
Studio
Redwall
Movie
vibes.
Games and hosted by God of War and Twisted Metal director David Jaffe, who recently joined their supervisory board.
Movie games.
Well, hello, fellas. It's me, David Jaffe. Great to see you. God of War, Twisted Metal, a bunch of PlayStation stuff. These days, I'm doing some new stuff with movie games. These guys, they've hooked up with this great company. You have to have heard of them, Plattige Image, one of the best VFX houses in the business. They worked on The Witcher. They worked on Love, Death, and Robots. We're making a brand new game, the biggest game we've ever done, by the way, that's all about crime and mob and mafia and different time periods. It's going to be great. But for today, settle in, babies. These are the brand new games coming very soon from movie games. Lust from Beyond. Man, this is one of the coolest games I've played in the last year. It's what turned me on to movie games in the first place. What you're looking at is the M-rated, console-friendly version of the erotic horror cult classic. It's a first-person action-adventure game that blends Lovecraftian horror with weird
Erotic
freaking eroticism.
horror.
I love this game. Lust from Beyond. Game number 2 is called Fire Commander. Let's step into the shoes of the only real-life heroes you got, the first responders. This game
Finally, I get to
is my
seduce
childhood
Hulu.
fantasy come to life.
As long as you're fine with the M edition.
You're trapped in the wilderness, freezing, hungry.
The M
and now you're
edition?
starting to go a little bit
That's what they
insane.
called it.
Man,
Yeah, I
you've
wonder
seen
what
all
that
kinds
means.
of great stuff out there. Winter Survival Simulator. It's
Oh,
coming
Jesus.
soon. Have a great
Yeah, the bears.
That
man.
bear came out of nowhere.
games. I miss you guys. I'll see you soon.
Well, no, that bear came out of the deer.
Vodka.
Oh my god.
What?
Thanks to David Jaffe. And check out GamesRadar.com for more about movie games' upcoming titles.
This next presentation comes from the folks at Xseed Games, the makers of Story of Seasons and Rune Factory.
Keith
Here's
got
a look at
excited.
their most exciting current and upcoming projects.
Xseed is always nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Diva Strip. Aw. Well, there's always a hope that there might be a, maybe a Wild Arms announcement. But I doubt it.
Look at this trip. Shadowverse.
Oh no, you Shadowverse.
Ah.
I heard
yes.
such good things about the actual original game, and then they made an anime off of it, and then they made this game off of the anime.
Nothing like Shadman verse.
Can you imagine a Hearthstone anime?
No.
I could see Blizzard trying it. Wasn't Blizzard gonna try making an Overwatch TV show? Something like that at one point. Weren't they gonna try that?
So here's the thing, right? Did Overwatch make a movie? Did an Overwatch movie come out? Because I was having this conversation a while ago, and I think an Overwatch movie might have came out.
No.
I swear.
Movie in production or anything.
That's one of those Mandela effects, okay?
Yeah, that's a Mandela effect thing. There's no like I want an Overwatch movie, but there's not one.
I googled Overwatch movie, and it's here. Overwatch is a 2020 American animated film by Universal.
Oh, there you go, Keith.
The movie stars Emma Watson, Harrison Ford, Chris Pratt. Is this real?
I've played this before.
So
this is release date July 10th, 2020. I'm telling you, an Overwatch movie happened. And we all just missed it.
So speaking of Mandela
Screenplay by
effects,
Aaron Sorkin. This can't be real. This is a troll.
I've talked about it in like the past week or so with Keith, and it was mentioned earlier today during the Square show. Did anyone else think it was Belle in Wonderland? Oh.
What?
Rune Factory 5.
Rune Factory.
Oh.
Yeah, it was delayed. The US release was delayed, sadly. Which is poop-a-doop for my score. It's already poop anyway, I'm at the negatives.
The poop train's back.
Huh?
The poop train is back.
Toot toot!
Oh no. You don't want to hear a toot toot from the poop train.
Finn, what site are you seeing the Overwatch movie on?
I think it was a troll.
Because yeah, I was gonna say there's ideas.fandom.com.
Ooh,
Find out more
entertainment.
about Xseed's lineup on GamesRadar.com.
This next game is a hack-and-slash RPG with twin-stick shooter elements set in a retro sci-fi world. Here's a new gameplay trailer for the Torah, Lost Haven.
Hey, I remember this one.
That just sounds like John. Twin stick arcadey action.
Depending on the twin sticks, yes.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
One game that I feel like I need to play that I think is kind of in a similar vein to that is Fury.
The Torah Lost Haven.
I've
is
heard
coming
really
soon
good
to
things
PC
about Fury.
and all current console platforms. And
it's
you can
very
sign up to play
hard.
the closed alpha when it launches on July 21st now.
Let's slow things down a bit with a look at the next game from the creators of 2 Point Hospital.
There we go.
I think I saw something about this a few weeks ago.
This
Bound
makes
to
number
show up.
4, I think.
Yeah,
Here's
bound to show up.
Mark Webley, Ben Huskins, and Gary Card to tell you all about it and give you a first look at gameplay.
World premiere.
They're making a giant pie.
Introducing 2 Point Campus.
Now it's just going to show highlight reels of them being happy.
University or
How dare they?
We just kept coming back to it.
How dare you have a better life than me?
So people who haven't probably heard of
I'm miserable.
studios may think, oh, schools, that's really dull. Well, hospitals, if you've seen our previous game, isn't about healthcare really. It's a wrapper. You know, we call it 2 Point Hospital, but that's about as close as it gets to real world of medical healthcare.
Campus is taking everything we learned from 2 Point Hospital and taking it to the next level.
The important thing was for us to give the player a canvas that they could completely create themselves.
In Campus, you start with a blank plot of land.
We've got something called the Smart Brush, for example, which allows you to drag interesting shaped pathways. If you want to drag a picket fence, you can drag that along. It's just really easy to paint the world.
You mean basic world creation tools that The Sims have been doing for years?
Yes. That's what they mean.
And it's fun, isn't it? I mean, it's adding this kind of city builder element to 2 Point Universe. The difference between 2 Point Hospital and Campus is that we're spending a much longer period with our students. What we wanted to do with Campus is make you care about your university. You know, the idea of these interesting.
Can I set it on fire?
Courses that, try interesting and different.
That's the
students.
fun
So
of it.
there's a night school, horrible pun, but night school, you got it. You're going to train knights of the realm. So it won't be stuffy, normal, boring stuff that made you go to sleep at school. It's going to be really cool, interesting stuff.
There we go.
That was 2 Point Campus, which is coming soon to PC and all current console platforms.
Our next game is in early development, but it already has a very cool code name, which is always a good sign. Here's Leo to tell you all about Project Ferocious.
Hello,
Turok?
my name is Leo,
Turok.
and I'm the developer of Project Ferocious, an action-adventure game set on a mysterious tropical island. Some of you might know me from Twitter as Omniok, where I post about the game and development and tech and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, I looked away and I came back and I saw Leo here. Is his last name, does it start with the ampersand, the @ sign? Or is that just like, his name's Leo and you can find him here?
Yeah, Leo, you can find him there. his last name does not start.
Man, things have gotten wacky that I have somehow missed.
Yeah, Elon Musk ruined it for everyone.
Right. I was about to say, who do you think his father is? Elon Musk? Like, Jesus. Could you sue for having a name like that?
Who would you sue?
Your parents.
I mean, we literally talked the other night about a kid who sued his parents for giving birth to him.
Huh. Did he win?
His parents were lawyers.
Yeah, his parents were like, yeah, we find it really amusing, or like they were like, yeah, we find it really interesting that he decided to try to do this, being that we're both lawyers.
No, that's 100% why he grew up in a litigious household.
And I think his mom made some comment about, like, you know, if I had gotten to hear his arguments somehow before he was born, I wouldn't have given birth to him.
Please, unborn me. I'm sorry, but this game looks very blurry.
Yeah.
Project Ferocious
Still a project.
is targeting a 2023 release date and coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Our next world premiere asks, what if Doom Guy had a drunk one-night stand with Super Meat Boy?
It's raining.
Okay.
God damn it.
Next game wants
What
to answer
kind
that
of
question.
drinks caused this to happen is what I would ask.
Have you ever had Everclear?
I mean, I'm sure Doom Guy's accidentally gotten some meat in his suit.
Doom Guy, what did you do to me, boy? Put him down.
You have enough fuzzy nails and things just kind of get blurry.
You're supposed to be with Isabel right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you guys seen that game that's been shown a few times now, Phantom Abyss?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the one with the whip, right?
Yeah, it's the asynchronous multiplayer Indiana Jones game.
That game actually looks really cool.
Yeah.
Elden Ring is up for pre-order on the PlayStation 5. It is $60.
What? Wow.
Yes.
What?
It seems. Wow, is the industry gonna resist the price
Up next, we've got
increase?
another world premiere. Conway,
FromSoft taking a stand.
is a story-driven detective thriller set in 1950s England. Let's find out more.
Which is interesting because I know it wasn't. I know originally by FromSoft, but not made by them this time around. Was the remake for Demon's Souls was 70, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's either that or FromSoft thinks their game's gonna tank so hard they're trying to
Elden
get it
Ring
out as
sucks.
easy
We're
as
sorry to tell you
possible.
guys. We're saving you $10.
As the abduction of Charlotte May. There are some things that take hold of a person and refuse to let go.
This guy's a peeper.
For me,
The animation.
This is just Rear Window.
Catherine is on the case. She has the same look in her eye that I used to have.
Sherlock?
There'll be no stopping her.
They did show the Sherlock game at the IGN thing.
That all of my neighbors are innocent. I wish I could say that I have the faintest clue
Go through the door and instantly get beat over the head with a meat tenderizer.
Man, look at what all those years of heroin did to you, Sherlock.
Oh.
Sometimes it takes a nightmare to wake a place like Dahlia View.
Watson's dead.
Conway, disappearance at Dahlia View.
But no, seriously, I'm just reminded of that old movie, Rear Window.
I am in.
I have no idea. I've never seen it.
Conway,
It got remade as the movie with it was named Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf.
And with that, we're at the end of this year's Future Game Show.
All right, here comes Gex.
Hold on. Surely this can't be the end. I mean, it's an E3 showcase.
Nope.
What if Laura Bailey was like, nope, that's it. What if Laura Bailey was like, nope, that's it.
Do it. All right, let's see it.
Rolling at the speed of sound. Quickest hedgehog around.
Nope. No Sonic.
Somewhere still was a film star.
But none of the movies was ever released.
Oh.
Yeah. I figured that it was going to be a Her Story kind of game.
My name is Marissa Marcel. I'm 17 years old, and it's my dream to be an actress.
There you go.
And that really is all we have time for. Be sure to head to GamesRadar.com for more coverage and updates on.
Don't lie to me, Laura Bailey. You have something hidden there.
Sorry.
There's another.
The
thing.
Last of Us Part 3.
Yes, and thanks to our headline partners, Debbie D. Black, and of course, all of our many talented developers.
Okay, he either has a ponytail or a mullet.
All of this possible.
Yeah, he does have something back there, huh?
Well,
I'm a fan.
The next game review.
Mullets are coming back.
Mark your diaries because the Future Game Show will.
My nephew wanted to get a mullet.
I'm Laura Bailey.
Yeah,
And I'm
we
Trippy.
said no.
And this has been the Future Game Show 2021.
There we go.
Sizzlery.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our day 4 reactions. This has been the Future Game Show. We are about to go into, after a quick intermission, if you're watching on twitch.tv/playhouse live, we're about to go into a quick intermission and then go to day 4 recap over on Playhouse Live. So stick around for all of that. We'll be back tomorrow with some more. Let me just mute this while I get the schedule up here. We will be back tomorrow with just the one conference this time. Sort of a blessing for us, actually. We're very tired at this point. Just Capcom tomorrow. And then looking forward to Tuesday, where we will have the Nintendo Direct, followed by Bandai Namco. And that will be the end of our E3 coverage. But until then, we must first recap today's events. So we will see you in just a bit.